Hi guys, hi beautiful people, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my top contenders from the Africa region for Miss Universe 2025. Yes, this is after the preliminary competition. We had the swimsuit and the evening wear, and I must tell you guys that the competition is very stiff, especially coming from the other regions. Okay, aside from African region, the other regions are very powerful, especially the Latin American countries. They are very strong in this year's competition, and with what I'm seeing so far, I had it initially had a top 10 from the African region, but I had to streamline it to top 5 because the competition out there is very stiff. And I think that not all of the African countries that I mentioned, or that my top 10 can withstand the competition coming from the Latin American countries, Europe and Asia. So these are just the persons that I feel like they can be strong contenders from the African region and be able to fight with the other regions. Okay, be able to measure up with the other regions for the grand finale. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into the video. So guys, this is going to be my final prediction because I don't think I'm going to film another video before the finals, because the finals is going to be on Friday, and I just want to make sure that I have I've finished up with the predictions, and also I'll try as much as possible to come on live before the competition on Friday. Okay, so without further ado, let me reveal the strong contenders from the African region. Okay, all right, so in fourth place I have Zimbabwe. This lady is very beautiful. Zimbabwe is very beautiful. She has a strong face. She has a face that it's, I think, one of the beautiful faces from the African region, but I don't know, she's not really giving me that vibes. Okay, but she's still a strong contender from the African region. And Zimbabwe has the most prettiest face in the competition. She has this this very beautiful face, but I don't know, for some reasons I think her vibe is off. And the swimsuit, she was okay in the swimsuit, but I think she's more of on the big side. So I don't know if she's going to be considered the perfect, how will I put it, like the perfect figure for this competition. But she has a very beautiful face, and I don't know how her interview went, or her closed door interview with the judges, but I feel like if she has a strong closed door interview, she can possibly make the top 30. Okay, so this is she is number 5 on my list, from the African region, and I wish her all the best going into the competition. And for me personally, in the evening where she stood out as well, the swimsuit, she stood out as well. So I feel like she is one strong contender from the African region that we should watch out for, and probably she might make the top 30. I don't know, but I think from the African region she is one of the strongest. So going forward, in fourth place we have Botswana. Yes, Botswana actually slayed in the swimsuit. I loved her swimsuit performance. She did very well. And in the evening wear, not so good. I give her average score in the evening wear. But I think overall Botswana is a country that we should look out for. She's one of the strongest contenders from the African region, and I think she might make the top 30. Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed for Botswana. So going forward in my list, in third place I have Miss Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria has been consistent, in the competition, and the prelims today actually made me realize that she's one of the strongest contenders from the African region. Okay, so I think in the swimsuit she delivered, the evening wear she delivered. In that evening wear, I was not really a fan of that gown. The gown is beautiful, but I was not really a fan of the slits on the gown. That was one of the turn-offs for me. But I think she has executed the gown very well, and I think at this point she is one of the strongest contenders from the African region. She might make the top 30. Fingers crossed for Nigeria, and I hope and pray that she makes the top 30. Alright, so going forward, the second place we have DRC Congo. For some reasons, Congo is one country that I feel like she can she can't be the strongest, but I don't know. There's something off about her. For some reasons, she is not really fierce when it comes to stage presence. But I feel like she's one. She just has this aura about her that I think she's possibly going to make the top 30. And in the evening wear, in the swimsuit, she delivered perfectly. I loved her evening wear, and I feel like she had the best evening wear. From the African region. Yeah, she had the best evening wear from the African region. But at the same time, I don't know, her aura on stage is just kind of off. But I still think she still retains herself or retains her place as one of the strongest contenders from the African region, and she might, in fact, she will. I don't know. I'm just speculating. This is just a prediction. She might make the top 30. Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed for DRC Congo. So finally, in first place, we have Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire has been the strongest contender from the African region, and she still maintains that position even after the prelims. Okay, so I feel at this point, Cote d'Ivoire is number one, from the African region, and she's our best bet to win Miss Universe competition. Okay, so I think at this point, Cote d'Ivoire, she has shown that she is the one to beat. From the African region. Her swimsuit was perfect. Her evening wear was perfect. She delivered perfectly. Although I expected more from that evening wear, but I feel like Cote d'Ivoire has been consistent, and she has been maintaining that consistency throughout the competition. I think at this point, like I said, she is the one to beat from the African region, and hopefully I pray she gets into the top 5 and break from the top 30, top 12, and break into the top 5. That is my prayer for Ivory Coast at this point. Okay, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared for her, like I mentioned in my live stream earlier, before now, and I don't know. I just have this feeling that she might go far, but she might not win. I don't know, but I wish her the best of luck. At this point, she's still the strongest from the African region, and she still maintains number 1 spot on my list. Okay, so all the best to Ivory Coast and all the best to the other African countries on Friday. So I wish them the best in the grand finale, and definitely I'm going to come on live before the grand finale, and also on the day of the grand finale. I'll try as much as possible to come on live and do a live I'll come on and do a live reaction to the finals. Okay, so guys, thank you all for joining me today. Who are your strongest contenders from the African region? I know you guys have your list. Okay, so yes, who do you think is going to make it from the African region? Comment down below, and I'll see you all in my next video coming up very soon. Bye.